Hello, come on in. I'm just going to sit here. Come on in, come on in, come on in. We're going to be talking about cold cases, new cases, what we think about it, get to know each other a little more, and see where we go from there. So come on in. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Hello, Danielle. Hello, Deborah Lee. I put in for you guys, if I can't get to you, send me a request to where it says invite. I push a button in, and I don't know what happens after that, but I know if you invite me, that's what Girly Girl does. And then she sends me a request, and then I hit the button. Let's see. Hello, Nicole, Priscilla, and is that Cheryl? So I'm going to say hi. I've been inviting, so if you get the thing and it doesn't put you on, you might have to invite me in. Invite Nicole. Nicole, I invited you. It says the invitation was sent. I don't know what's happening after that. Hello, Lily. Is that Donetta? Don't just tell Nancy and Sandra. I tried. It says the invitation's been sent. So again, if it's not coming, invite me in. I did. I are y'all getting the invite? I've been inviting everybody. I don't know. If you're not getting the invite, I see, was that D Stein to join as a guest? Oh, okay, here we go. Quick invites. Is anybody in? Ugh. Is anybody getting the invites? I try to go up on a thing to see because I've been inviting you guys. Hello, Tim, and is that Birdie? Invite. I did, Leslie. I invite. So again, if I can't get you in, then you get me in because I really want us to do some get to know each other and get to talk old cases, new cases, get to know who we are. So why doesn't it let me invite anybody in? It says the invitation is sent. Maybe it takes a few minutes. I don't know. Anita, I invited you in. Um, I have been inviting everybody in. So It says, yes, we're discussing old cases, new cases, and we're getting to know each other. Hello, Kimmy. Is that Rhonda Farley, Ellen, and Ginar, and Teresa? Butterfly joined. Is anybody getting any of the invites? Because I've invited a lot of you guys to come in, but nothing's happening. Oh, unless you guys are joining me on your side. Is that what's happening? If so, let me know. Kimberlyn, I'm going to invite you. Tell me what happens. All right, Kimberly, Ann, I invited you in. Let me know what's happening. If you can comment, let me know. Is it on your side or it's my side? Because I know it says you have to, hello, Grandma of Texas, and Tracy. Is that Ajo? Ajo? And Angel? Kimberly, did you get me? Did you get the invitations? Somebody let me know. I'm trying very hard to get people in. How about you ask me? And I can, does that work? I mean, will that work? If you ask me. Hello, Brenda. Jerry, I've invited everybody, so I don't know why you're not coming in. This is insane. You guys over 18? Because maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't think I put an age on this because I don't think there's anything going to be said. This is about new cases, old cases, us getting to know each other, learning a little bit more. Okay, what's this say? Summer of Live. Yeah, okay. Okay. There's got to be a way here. Hold on, Dolores. I'm going to hit all these buttons and see if that's what it is. All right, I've invited you. Miguel, Kimber Ann got an invite. All right, guys, so it's up to you. Push the button, and let's do this. I'm sorry. Hello, Rogue Man and Puddles. I invited everybody to come in. I'm sure you got the invite. So, okay. So, what I'm going to do until everybody joins in, I don't know if I'm on your side or if I'm on my side. I got to figure that out. I was hoping that Kimberlyn was going to tell me. Can you guys hear me? Is that a problem? No? Okay. All right. All right. So, hi, I'm Diane. I'm from Spells and Bells and Ancient Circles. I live in the USA here. I've invited you babies, and I don't know why it's not let anybody in. I've been pushing the button. What is this? I don't know. Is anybody, what is this? What's the circle thing for? I'm trying to get y'all in. I'm trying to get you guys in. Hello, Patty Cole and Farah. Okay. I tried to get everybody in to co-host with me. So I don't know. Are you in? Am I supposed to be, there's something about, is there a special setup for this? Hold on, I'm going to check. All right, what's these buttons do? Okay, hold on. Ugh. I tried to invite you guys. Now I'm just getting plumb upset. All right, what I'm going to do then. You think you're whining. Tonight I was supposed to meet everybody face to face, but nobody. How about you guys invite me? Invite me, and then I will push the button. Can you do that? I mean, like, can you invite me in? Because that's what Girly Girl does. When I can't get to her, she will say, "I'm inviting you." I'm like, and so I will hit invite on the screen because I hit invite here with my, beside your names, but I don't know if what's that, hello, is that Julie? I'm trying, guys, and Miss Barbara and Sue and Patty Cole. Okay, first of all, if you would, I have uh, two dogs. I got this one. Say hello, and then I have this one over here whining. Say hello, Cynthia. Say hello. She's not gonna say hello. And this one here is just what? You see what I'm saying? This is spoiled rotten right here. So do you have one of these? Do you have one of these spoiled rotten dogs? Because I do. All right. Jamie Taylor, hello. Stop whining. I'm not going to pet you. I'm trying to figure out how to get these people in here so we can get to see each other face to face. All right. Again, you guys, if you can, invite me and I will push the button and say yes, because otherwise I don't know what's going on here. Is it because I'm on a phone? I don't know. But I do have an area set up for my computer. So I'll see if I can do it on my computer. Okay. No. Now you go lay down, let Mama do her thing. Okay. I have a lot of things that I can talk to you about. Okay. I was born in Tennessee, and then we moved to Florida. We moved all over the place, but I wound up in Florida. And I had 3 children. I've lost 2, but one was due to meeting the wrong person, and the other one was for cancer. So I'm trying to invite you babies in. I don't understand why it's not letting me invite y'all in. I've tried. So I don't know. Do I hold on. I'm gonna go back through here. Okay, guys, yeah, it says here that I've invited everybody in, but I don't see anybody. So hopefully I sent the invitation again to you, Kimberly. If you can, if you guys tell me what's going on your side, I mean, leave me a comment. I mean, I can see your comments. One new message. Let me see what that is. I tried. Okay, here we go. I sent all these things. You guys are just going to have to come in and get me. Okay, Rebecca. Is that Kathy? And I don't know how to say your name. Is it Cornelia? Hey, I'm Southern, so there ain't no telling how your name's going to sound coming out. Okay? All right. The first thing on the agenda is let's find out what's going on around the world. Okay? This is what's going on. I got so much junk in my house that I am trying to clear it out. Have you ever bought so much stuff, but it was little bitty stuff and you knew you had to get rid of it? So that's what I did. I'm starting little by little. Okay? I'm very proud of myself. All right. Now, I've been talking on the Ebola, you guys. Watch out. It's called wash the hands. That stuff is creeping up quick. Um, they've closed their borders. We're closing our borders. I got to find out what's going on with the people up in Nebraska and Atlanta. I just want to talk to, I've got some things in the works there so I can talk and see if they'll talk to me. Is it called the WHO and then the director? So we'll see what's going on with that. Meanwhile, we're going to do some review. And in the comments, maybe when I get my computer, it'll let us all get together. Because I wanted to have face-to-face meeting with, let's just talk in here and be live. Okay. Now, I got some pet peeves. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all. I know this is not right. Oh, let me say it. Let me say it before I get myself in trouble. Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. These are my opinions and only my opinions. I have gotten all my by research, by the news channels, by I wish I could say newspapers, but I ain't seen any newspapers in a while. I've missed them dead-gum newspapers. Okay. Now, I get them from other YouTubers. I get them from some of our TikTokers. I get them from mostly from the news. And Ashley Banfield. The Interview Room, because I'm absolutely in love with Dr. Gary and Dr. John. I mean, not Dr. John, but John. He's a retired detective, him and Bob. And I'm a big Marine FBI person. Very big. So, I have, hello, is that Brad Smith, Laurie, retired? I don't know what that means, but I'll invite. Hello, Jody. Hello, Ann. I've invited everybody. I don't know why it's not, y'all guys ain't coming face to face with me. So let's just keep talking. We'll just, what does it say? Live liftoff. What's that mean? I don't know what that means. Anyway, I'll read more into this to see if I can't get anybody in. Hello, adventures. I'm pushing y'all. And nothing's happening. And Rena Scorpion, I want to get to know you guys. Come face to face. You guys come face to face so I get to know you. Please, in your comments, tell me a little bit about yourself, what cases you're interested in, and I'm going to give you my views. Please leave your views. Please leave your views in the comments, okay? So I know if we're on the same page or if you have a better idea than I do, because I would love that, okay? Okay, hello, Scorpion, and no, I don't know who the first name is. Adventures. I invited everybody, the button was pushed. I don't know why it's not letting anybody come in. Usually it'll say you got 5 seconds to accept this person, and it's not saying that tonight. I don't know what that's about. Okay, no. Before you get started, no. Okay. Now, I know that I believe, allegedly, I believe, now, hello there, dog mama. No. I'm going to try to do this without children. They're just like having children in the house. They never bother you until you're doing something besides showing them attention. Okay. This is the thing. That light's a little much, isn't it? Because it's blaring everybody out. Hold on. Let me get it. Okay. Okie dokie. There, that's better. All right. This is the thing. I have a few pet peeves with, I don't know. In my mind, I don't know why, but in my mind, the Brian Kohlberger thing, I just don't see him doing it alone. And I'm going to be personally here, my opinion only. But if I'm going in a house and everything's going down, I'm not leaving any witnesses behind. I don't know. How to could be there, and they have video of these people screaming. These children are, well, they're not children, they're in college, but they're still children, screaming on video down the road, and these people are in the house. I don't know. Did they suddenly get frozen to the 911, or it's just wiggy for me. It's so sketchy for me. So I'm sorry. And if Brian Kohlberger did do it, he did it with some help. I just believe there's a lot more to that story. I've sent off for that book, Broken Plea, and I'm going to see what that says, and maybe we could all get that broken plea and we can go over it. I don't know. That might be an idea and something fun for us to do. Another thing that's got on my nerves is this Annie Kipner, that little girl who was unalived and SA'd and the cruise ship, and her stepbrother Timothy. Let me get his name for y'all. Okay. Because I know I have him here. Annie Kipner, her stepbrother is 16, she's 18, and Timothy Hudson unalived her, raped her, SA, whatever, and he did the hold where you get somebody from behind. Let's just say he's behind, that this hand is the one that's doing this, and he's got this, okay, to the point where they said that it blew out her eardrums. So I've got to get the full autopsy report to confirm that. But that's been on all the news stations have been saying that. Fox News and CBS, and there was another one that said that. Okay. But before they went on that cruise, they lived in Titusville, Florida, right? And I don't know about you or how this sits in your brain, but in my brain, I'm going to explain this. They said, oh, he's 16. We don't know, we don't want to damage him, I guess, mentally, him being 16. So until we can find a proper place to detain him, let's let him go home with his uncle, which lives in, is it Hernando County, which is 2 hours away from Titusville, with his uncle with a monitor on. Maybe they don't feel that he's a threat. Maybe they just don't believe that, right? Well, I'm very sure. Now, this happened on November 7th of 2025. What happened to Miss Annie Kipner? Now, yes. And that was in November, or in August of 2025. Irina Zaruski, which was 23, didn't even know her abductor, her attacker, had no idea who he was. She just landed from this hell war zone to get over here to the USA, was doing everything right, had a job, going to college. She was helping people out in the nursing home and the dog shelters, and just absolutely gorgeous, okay? Has no idea what's fixing to happen. She's just getting on a train in North Carolina, in Charlotte, North Carolina, so she can go home and be with her family. She got her earbuds in, just tapping along like you would, and this crazy guy, DeCarlos Brown Jr., who is 34, is sitting behind her because the judge thought he wasn't a threat. He had a word bond that said that he was going to show up in trial after he was there for a felony. And this is a repeat offender. Matter of fact, when I showed my video, he had over 16 different mugshots. But he wasn't a threat. Oh, no. But 3 weeks later, he'd get up and unalive Miss Irina Saruski. Yes. So he wasn't a threat. So I'm sure, I'm sure. Oh, he's so young. Really? What about the 10-year-old? He was a serial killer over there in India. Come on now. Please, let's make it make sense. All right. I mean, Tyler Headley was 17 when he bludgeoned his parents to death in Florida. I mean, he got life. He went to prison. Nobody was wondering about his whatever, soft side or whatever. I'm very surprised at this Florida judge. I'm very surprised at that. What about the Slender Man unalivings? Remember that? Where was it? It's Anissa and that Morgan. They took their friend Peyton, all 12 years old. And they tried to unalive her, but she survived. I mean, I'm sure they wasn't a threat, right? Mm-mm. Nope. One was given 25 years, and one was given 40. Okay. They were tried as adults. Only other thing that really gets me is Deerfield Beach on October the 12th, 2009. They were all 15. There was a Matthew Bent, Denver Jarvis, Stephen Shelton, a Jesus Mendez, and a Jeremy Jarvis, all 15, over a $40 video game that Michael Brewer, I don't know, did he borrow it? I'm not sure what the deal was, but we do know it was over a $40 video game. They doused him with alcohol and set him on fire. Now, these kids are all 15 years old, including the victim. He survived, but he's going through a hellacious time in his life. So, let's see. Matthew Bent got 11 years. Denver Jarvis, he got 8. Stephen Shelton got 11 years, but it was dropped. This is the story. Wait a minute. Okay, they were dropped. Jesus Mendez got 11 years. Jeremy Jarvis, they dismissed all his charges. And this happened at Lime Tree Village Apartments in Deerfield, at the apartment building. So, what was the special thing about 16-year-old Timothy, who unalived his sister? They have all the evidence. They even have it on digital evidence. They also have it on video, where he throws his sister's phone away. That's another one of my pet peeves. I'm just saying. That's one of the things that bother me. There's that. And the hooker case. That's bothering me. Why they didn't just keep him in the Bahamas in the jail until they could figure out what was going on. I mean, detain them. You know that it was calm waters. There's plenty of video on it. If you don't believe me, I mean, I don't know if you can go back and watch my lives, but I I'm trying to, that's another thing. I am trying to download all of these to YT. So if you want to see one of my videos, just go to my YT. It's Diane for True Crime, and I think there's a link to it. It's DYAN for True Crime. I'm trying to get everything that I do here down there because I have so much. I'm gonna try Idaho, Mama. Oh, sorry. I was weed eating and I got allergies, and I shouldn't be doing that again. My face all red. Praise Jesus for Zyrtec. Okay. Now, I'm sure a 12-year-old can. I'm inviting y'all. What's happening? I don't know. If a 12-year-olds can get sentenced for what they did, and Peyton is alive, and 12-year-olds are all with 12 at that age, and even if it was at a psychiatric or a mental detention held center, it's better than just letting them go home. When you unalive somebody, you are a risk, my friend. If you're 16, that could be the start of a serial killer, because he didn't like the rejection. I'm sorry, I can't go for that. I can't handle it. No, that's a no can do for me. That is a no can do. And this Guffrey case, that's another. Well, let's stay on the Hooker case. Brian and Lynette Hook, they were called the Hooking Sailors, or the Sailing Hookers. They had a boat named Soulmate, and they were in the Bahamas, staying in Elbow Key, or sometimes it would be in Pat's Key. I think it's real close together. And he's trying to say there's this, like, not Zeus, but like Poseidon come in and decided that he was going to make this spot where he was at be the only spot in the world that had waves, and it was up to 25, 30 knots, and all of a sudden the wind was going this way, the current was going this way. Okay, Mr. Marine guy. You have 2 life jackets, and you have I'm sorry. If someone I love is in the water, I'm going. I'm talking. I'm going. I'm getting myself on my life vest, and they're not that far from the boat, from their boat. Which, come find out, that was all BS. And whatever happened, they made it back to that Soulmate. And this is my opinion only. They made it back to the Soulmate, drinking. He turned into Mr. Hyde, unalived his wife. He was like Mr. Geek Meek, so he was trying very hard to disguise where he was going. Took her out into that dinghy, and that's what happened. Her weight belt's going, some diving equipment's going. So, what do you think? Or did he? Which would be very hard, they said, in some of in that area to really shovel and bury somebody, because they have a bunch of that granite hard rock stuff like they do in the desert. I'm inviting y'all. I've invited y'all all. Kerosene Lady with twins. I've invited Idaho Mountain Mama. So I don't know what's happening, but I have hit the invite button for you guys, but nothing's coming over on my side. So I don't know how that works. Hello, Randy. So I am inviting you guys, but that thing that says you got 5 seconds isn't coming up on my thing. Is it coming up on your thing? Because it ain't coming up on mine. Okay. Now, this was also the same guy that says, I'm not leaving without finding my wife. And as soon as he gets out of there, dude is gone. He's like, drop off the key, leave. Make a new plan, Stan. You know that song, 50 Ways to Live Your Lover? He did them all. All right. Now, another case that's very upsetting to me is Miss Nancy Guthrie. Very upset about that. She's 84 years old. No one has the right to go in her house and bother her. She's 84 years old. Leave her alone. And if you need money, isn't there a payday loan somewhere? Or how about don't live outside your means and quit, I can see helping out family once in a while. They got their hands out. You got a little extra money. You know they're good for it. Okay. I believe in helping you out. What I don't believe in is you keep asking me to help you out. No, that's a no hell no situation for me. I'm doing good to say, a friend of mine, I want us to all pray for her too. Her name is Christine. She's going in for breast surgery. She's got stage 1 breast cancer. So everybody remember her in your prayers. She's going in on Thursday. So take a quiet moment on Thursday morning and just say, I send you positive vibes and healing. It never hurts. And I do believe in the power of all of us and the good Lord above, the universe. All right. Miss Guthrie, the evidence has led me to one place and one place alone. And I'm going to have to keep that to myself because I believe it was an inside job. And I do believe it was about more than just money, but mostly financial means. I believe there was a little bit of tension along with that, a little drama with that. Okay. So these are a lot of the cases that we have already covered and gone over. Of course, I kept all up on the Hunter virus, which, guys, I'm not lying to you. I don't mean go out here and let's start war crisis or y'all go sock in all the supermarkets and the gas stations because, I need some gas and I need some toilet paper too. And I definitely need some vitamin water. So, and dog food. Those are things I can't live without. And bleach. I gotta have bleach. So, you know what I'm saying. But I am saying it doesn't hurt to just grab yourself a little extra can of beans or a little extra bottle of bleach or a little extra, bag of beans and rice and a little extra toilet paper. Because you don't know. Honeys, I am. Amy, I have invited you. I've invited Christine. I've invited Victoria. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's because I'm on my phone. Oh, it says, hold on. What's it saying? I got Amy. No, Amy's not available. Okay. Hold on. It's Amy, it says you're not available. You're the only one I got. I invited you and I said you wasn't available. So I don't know what that means. Okay. I'm new at this. Bear with me. I will get better at it. Maybe when I'm on my computer screen, it'll work better, or it'll work because maybe it's because I'm on a phone. I don't know. Girly Girl does that pudding. I've already invited you. Nothing's happened. Ann, hello, Annie. I don't know what's going on, babies. I really don't. But if you've missed any of my podcast stories or whatever we want to call this, I have a YT channel called Diane DYAN 4 True Crime, and I'm an amateur. There shall be no laughing. But if you want to leave in a comment what I could do better, I'm down with it. I really am, because I I stay on. I started working on TikTok because this was my son's favorite thing to do while he was in the hospital, while he had cancer, and all the TikTok people out there, his fans, he had over, like almost 1 point something million fans, and they got him through some bad days. So I was like, well, that's my kind of people. I mean, I miss him. His name was Slade, Slade Smith. If you hashtag Slade, SLADE, you'll understand that. Or hold on, I'll go get you a picture of him. Don't go nowhere, guys. I shall be right back. Because y'all might already know him. Hold on. Hold on, I'm getting there. It's pitch dark in that room. Hold on. I'm coming. Hey, this is him. His name is Slade. Shut up. That was me. This is my son. Just Slade. Y'all might know who he is. Oh, I don't know. You're not supposed to show. Okay. I forgot about that. Sorry, but that's him. He died last year, October the 19th of 2025. And I'm inviting you again, Paula. I'll try to get you in. Say hey, say hey. At least I can say hey to y'all. Anyway, he has a lot of videos of the treatments to cancers and all the stuff that, all the family stuff. So that's how I stayed on TikTok, right? So that's it. Also, I've been doing the murder book, and right now I'm working on the secret motel killer. It's a Florida serial killer. And I don't care what anybody says, Lady Lake, all them unalivings in there. I want y'all to research that too. Lady Lake in Texas, you can't tell me that's not a serial killer, because I know it's a serial killer. I feel it. I believe it. You know how many deaths there has been in there? There's like, I'm on the phone. Hey, Alexa, how many people in Lady Lake in Texas drownings have they been?
About 30 people have drowned in Austin's Lady Bird Lake between 2015 and 2025. Most incidents linked to alcohol and accidental falls. Are you concerned about safety there, or just curious about the statistics?
I'm statistically thinking it's a serial killer.
I can't help with that kind of thinking. If you're having concerning thoughts, talking to a mental health professional could be really helpful.
Well, you got Alexa's view on that. Because I'm thinking it's a serial killer, I might need some mental help. Okay. That's why we're a community of crime people. I want to make it to CrimeCon. I don't know. I just want to go. I mean,
you know, there's a lot of people. I'm sorry about my hair, y'all, but I didn't have time to wash it or not. So I threw it up in a ponytail and it's wanting to do everything it can. Look at it. It's just saying, I'm just going to freak out tonight. I'm like, okay. Now, I'm not on here for my beauty, but it would help if I looked a little decent at least. All right. So these are things I want to work on. I'm also on my murder book. And it looks like the murder book's going to outdo the Wolf Spirit series because I've only got 4 chapters of the book written. But at least that's 4 chapters. And I'm trying to get it done and have it out and display it on the TikTok thing for you guys. So you'll have the first dibs on it before it goes out. Okay. Oh, there is some things I do want to go over with you, and I feel this is very important. JL, I've invited oh, what's it saying now? Why won't it? It's just saying everybody's unavailable, but I don't think that's true because Pretty Promises just asked me to invite her. JL just asked me to invite him. And hello, sweet Wendy and Lizzie. So it's saying y'all all busy. Okay. I am going to give y'all a little bit of hints, though. I studied up on this, and I called my friend who is in Quantico, and I went over these with him, and this is what he said, that I did a good job. Y'all ready? These are some places you do not need to stop. And here we go. Exit 261, I-95, Daytona. Go to the St. Augustine exit. Drive those extra miles. Don't get off there at night. Number 2, I-4 Sanford exit 104. Go to Lake Mary exit 98 from Tampa to Orlando. And let me tell you something. This is very true. Hello, the dog company. I have tried to I invited all you guys in. I don't know what's happening. Hello, Stephanie. And Pretty Promise. Oh, I like that. The dog company's cute too. I invited y'all. It says y'all are busy. Okay. Number 3, exit 56, I-10 Panhandle. Now, let me tell you why this one's very important. Because it is known for drug running. Yeah. I don't know. All right, I hit. Did anybody get in? Because I don't see a box. Okay. I'm going to keep going. That's okay because on Tuesday, we're going to have Crime Time Live. Every Tuesday, I try to have Crime Time Live. I might have to start making that on Wednesdays, but Tuesdays I do a Crime Time Live, and we go over something in the murder book. And we wear our pajamas, we grab our favorite drink, we get comfortable, and then from 9 to 10, and sometimes we do run late, I ain't gonna lie, because a lot of comments come on. I try to answer all the questions in the comment, you know, if I know them, and if I don't, I ask you guys to help me out, and then we learn together. Is that or Gott's Clips? I don't know how to say it. I probably butchered it, but I'm sorry. Maxine and Nancy, I've invited you all. I don't know what's happening. It says invitation sent, but I don't see no boxes. All right. Now, at nighttime on exit 56, I-10 to the Panhandle, that is a very heavy. Hello, Giovanni. I'm trying to get you in. Did you get in? If not, invite me. You invite me. Send me an invite.
and I'll stick you in.
Hey,
Hey, I got you, Navani. See, somebody's listening to me.
yeah,
Right now, I'm going
a
over
little break.
exits. I'm going
A
over
little
those
break.
exits. So, tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Just work. I just work. I go to school. I just
That's good.
it's a little
I was
break.
just telling them. So, at nighttime, when you go to Daytona, do you get off at the Daytona exit 261? I've
Yeah,
already told you. Oh, y'all, that's the
yeah.
number one exit. Don't get off that
I
sucker at night.
I used to live there. I
Oh,
used to live there.
yeah. I used to live
I
very
used to live
close
in
to there.
Daytona. So
Say he's a brave
yeah, I did.
soul. I don't know
Yeah,
why nobody else can
also
come.
Rockville. Yeah,
I
Rockville was
invited
fun and
some.
all, but you know it rained for a little.
Is it? Didn't you
It
go?
was fun.
Didn't you go not too long ago?
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, a month ago.
I'm trying to invite these
Now
people. How did you get on, Giovanni?
I'm on a little break and I'm driving. I just
I
went to
mean,
get
did you
something
have
to
any
eat.
problem when I hit the invite button?
No, no, I didn't. I just saw the DM and accepted.
See, everybody's having a problem here. Or it says they're busy. So I don't know, because you only have 5 seconds to get in.
Yeah, I've been on lives, but I never been on a live ever.
Really? But
No,
you're
but I think
I mean, you're really good on this crime stuff. Like, give us your opinion. Give me your opinion. What do you think
what?
about this? You know anything about this Annie Kipper, whose stepbrother unalived her on the cruise ship?
I heard a little of it. I saw the one about that an old case on Netflix about that girl who went missing on a cruise like 25 years ago.
Oh yeah, they think that she got carried off to be used as
Yeah,
trafficking.
yeah, I've been hearing that, and that some U.S. sailor claimed he saw her, but he didn't report it because he didn't want to get in trouble because
Yeah,
the Navy has some rules.
the Navy wouldn't care because the NCIS would have gotten involved.
Yeah, I know the U.S. military has the rules and regulations.
Now it's in the military.
Yeah, I know.
So
One of my neighbor, he was in the one of my neighbors who unfortunately bailed out. He was in the U.S. military. He was in the I think it was the Air Force. He told me some stuff.
yeah, I was in the Army. There ain't no way
Yeah,
in this world I could have cut it for a Navy SEAL. Them jokers, they put them through some. Oh Lord.
yeah, 90% drop out. 90% of people who try for Navy SEALs drop out.
Yeah,
They ring the bell.
well, it's not that they force you to drop out. It's
No,
you ain't gonna be able
they
to
tap
handle
out.
it.
They tap out.
Yeah, they tap out. It's done. I'm.
Well, Navy SEALs did kill Bin Laden. I remember when that happened.
Yes.
Although it was very different back when I was when I was in middle school, back in the early days of the war on terror, I was told Osama bin Laden has 2,000 men willing to give their lives for him. There was only what 3 people protecting bin Laden in a house in Pakistan. Oh, I've been to the Navy SEAL Museum in Fort Pierce.
Our house is definitely. I don't know what. Oh, it's going too fast. Mono retired. I've tried to invite everybody in. Is it Mimus and Rhonda? Because and you're the only one that picked up. I mean, you're the only one that let come through.
Yep. Well, I was driving and I saw the DM. I was gonna respond, and then you went on live. And all right, why not?
Right now,
So
we're
yeah.
talking about the Annie Guthrie case, and I think I've made myself plain on what I feel like that's about. Over in
Also,
Tucson.
I don't. Also, there was a lot of other crime cases. Well, like that lady who got kidnapped. You've been talking about it. That lady, her daughter is
Nancy Guthrie, the Nancy Guthrie lady.
also the Charlie Kirk case over in Utah. Why is the FBI involved? Which that's a police issue, and why they done such a horrible job?
Don't ask, please. Please don't ask me that question. I don't know because there's a lot of lately. There's a lot of apparently pissing
matches going on because same thing with Nancy Guthrie case. Nanos will not give it over to the FBI. He just won't do it.
Yeah, I wish the ghost of J. Edgar Hoover was still running the FBI with his flaws and all.
Yeah, because he believed in getting the job done.
Well, there is two J. Edgar Hoovers. Which one you want to talk about? The FBI director Edgar Hoover or the off-the-clock J. Edgar Hoover? Those were two different people.
Well, I'm talking about the President Hoover.
No, I'm talking about J. Edgar Hoover, then FBI director.
Oh, the director.
Not talking about Herbert Hoover, the former president.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes,
Yeah.
we've been talking about the local cases. I got don't understand why they let this 16-year-old that was on the cruise who unalived his stepsister who was 18. He SA'd her and killed her, and then stuffed her under one of the bunk beds or one of the cabin beds, and then threw vest in front of her.
All right.
And after he did that, he took her phone like it was nothing. Took her phone, and then they got this all on video. And he threw it in a garbage can, and then they let him go home with his uncle with a monitor device. Okay, he's 16, he's already alive someone, and I was telling everybody, I don't understand that, because remember the Cinder Man thing, where the 12-year-olds took their friend Miss Peyton out in the woods, and they wink, 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 you know, try to unalive her, and then they went to jail. One got 40 years, one got 25 years because she ratted them out, and they were 12.
Ooh.
So how does a 16-year-old get to go home with a thing on because they're scared it might damage him?
Oh.
You know, F damaging him. He's already he unalives his sister.
A little different. You saw that case of a 17-year-old girl who stabbed a few horses because she lost a horse racing competition in
Okay.
Nevada.
No.
Yeah, it happened like this girl, she's only 17 and she was, she did barrel racing. And she got so mad that they lost that she broke into the stables and she stabbed the horses. Now she's going to be tried as an adult and happened in Nevada, in Las Vegas.
Well, I hope she gets life, because if somebody did that to my horse, well,
She
see,
missed.
first,
She tried to cut the aorta, but she missed. So the horses are fine. But now she's facing some charges for animal cruelty and a bunch of others. Because
So-
she was,
and I mean, oh my God, I don't know, horse.
yeah, you got to look it up.
Yeah, we all look that up because that's horrible. I don't know. I just feel if you're going to be this vindictive, and the case with the Shirella girl, Mackenzie Shirella, you guys know about her?
Yeah, I did. Like, yes, there is a documentary on Netflix, and I saw Ray William Johnson months ago talk about that case when I ran into his TikToks, his animated TikToks. Yeah, he was talking that girl apparently she thought she has no media training. Neither do her parents, and her parents are the worst enablers.
They don't have any morals. They teach
think-
her that she doesn't know that she does no wrong.
Yeah, I met enabling parents, and horribly goes bad. I know two personal cases. I have one guy who I know he thinks the rules don't apply to him because mommy always cuddle him, and the moms did not do a good job. They keep protecting him, children from consequences, and then they create a monster. Then they become afraid of the monster.
Well, I wonder if that was the case with Mackenzie Shirella.
Yeah, her mom enables all her worst behaviors, and they cover up her. Yeah, she
I
kills
don't
her
think
boyfriend.
anybody knows how to. I'm sorry, y'all, but when we were growing up, we got an ass whipping. And let me tell you something. You didn't do it again. I mean, I bet you backtalk your parents. My mom could beat your butt with a flip-flop while she's driving a car. She reached back in that back seat like she's some kind of stretch woman.
Yeah, my mom, she did more gentle parenting, but she did not enable like what she could tell me no from.
You had to have chores and jobs. You knew what to do. Hello,
I know
Danielle, Joanne, and Tammy, and Karen.
Oh, I know a 40-year-old teenager, by the way.
A 40-year-old teenager.
Yes, a 40-year-old man who still acts like he's 14. He's unemployed. He has, no car, no license, no job. plays video games 15, and his mom until she passed recently enabled all this behavior. And he's been 5 years unemployed and has no desire to get a job or pay bills. Or now his main support network is gone, so I don't know what he's gonna do now. Now I think he's gonna get evicted. I looked. Some people told me the case. He's facing eviction, and he's still stuck in a bubble. He doesn't want to
So
get a
what's
job.
the world turning into when we have kids that think they can take a car and take their boyfriend and their friend's life? Because I mean, and I'm trying not to be hard. Now I'm trying to understand. Did she do this because she meant to also unalive herself? And
She put her seatbelt on. She had her seatbelt on. Mackenzie, yeah.
so, oh well, they all should have had their seatbelt on, but they didn't have their seatbelts on.
Apparently not. And she was 100 miles an hour in a residential area, which should be 35 miles an hour.
Yeah. So you think she did it intentionally?
Yep. She claims she doesn't remember, and then she didn't. She acted like everything was fine, everything was dandy, everything was cool. Now she's in a woman's correctional facility in Ohio.
Yeah, and now she's getting away with murder there too, just about.
Well, she's been there's a girl on TikTok here. She says that she went to jail with her, and she kind of spilled the beans. She was I don't know what the other lady was in jail for, and she says that she gets ruined up all the time in jail
Because she's got no manners. Somebody's gonna whoop her behind.
Oh yeah, in jail,
Jail, you better watch your step. I've never been in jail. I've never been like, I hurt my foot one time when I was working for the sheriff's office, and I stayed in the jail where they bring you into the jail and do the booking and stuff, but I got to just open the gates and stuff. That was as close as I got. But I had a cousin who was working in corrections, and I have a best friend that worked in corrections for years. I don't want to work in that. That's a horrible job.
Oh yeah, you deal with. I met a guy who used to work in a jail. He told me those inmates are like children, adult, dangerous children.
I'm like, no, don't want to go to jail. I've never been to jail. I don't want to. I mean, I put people, well, I personally didn't. Well,
I met. Oh yeah.
I wrote tickets a lot, guys, because I just didn't feel like that I could say I wasn't a good cop, because that's why I went into the Army. I was good in the military, but and I was a great 911 dispatcher. I would have never became a cop if we didn't need women on the team. They were getting in trouble because there was no women, and I was the only woman in our little thing in South Bay, and I was a 911 operator. I loved it. I was good at it, and I enjoyed it. And I'm good in a crisis anyway. But that told me that I could go back on the board if I just got a thing proving that I was, a cop, LEO, then they would be able to prove they had woman on the team, right? Didn't work out that way. I didn't ever get back on the 911 that PO'd me. So I just said, okay, here's your certificate. I'm out. Well, I had to wait a little bit because they traded me to the Henry County Sheriff's Office. But that's okay. Military I was made for. I was angry when I went in there. What?
How long ago was that, if you don't mind me asking?
Let's see. My son is 26. So I met his dad. So it's been 26 years. I met his dad in Jacksonville in a military bar. I was going to Afghanistan. I don't know where he was going. So longest one night stand ever. We have been together now for 27 years.
I haven't been to Jacksonville in years.
I was moving to Jacksonville. I
didn't like. I wasn't too thrilled about it. Last time I was there, 2019, when they had Rockville in Jacksonville. Then they moved it to Daytona.
I'm not moving to Jacksonville. Hey, I'm not saying anything about Jacksonville. We used to live there when I was little because my bio dad, which I don't know him very well, but he worked at Capital Concrete, which turned into Florida Rock, which turned into something else, I'm sure. So Giovanni must have had to go back to work. I was like, Giovanni must have to go back to work.
No, you got a few more minutes. You got me a few more minutes before I gotta get back. So I'm just chilling here. in my
Yeah.
car. I got this little jacket in Paris.
Oh, well, I can see of it. It's pretty sharp. What do you do?
Well, I work Home Goods, and I was working Publix. Publix was that's been like my longest lasting job, like 8 years of experience.
Hey, I want to tell you something about Publix, guys. My cousin, he was 50 something when he passed, but he had a bad heart. And I'm going to tell you, he worked for Publix forever that I can remember. And when he passed and went on his other journey, they gave them the last paycheck, and they gave them he had gotten in stocks in there,
I got
bought a few. Yeah, and they sent his sisters a little check every month.
Yep, little dividend, yes.
Yeah.
I even dated someone at Publix, which went from really good to really bad.
It's not good to date where you work because it could get very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was happy for a few months. Then he is one of the pharmacy techs.
Mm. Hello, Lynn. And oh, Wells, Clara. Is that Teresa? I've invited everybody in the world on this thing. And I don't know, you guys, if Giovanni can get on here, you guys should be able to. But nobody's hit. You were the only one that got on.
Yeah, because you caught me at a good time.
I enjoy everybody being in here. We were talking about some things that really irked me. And
Mackenzie Trillo. Yeah.
Yes, it really irks me when I hate when there's not justice done. You have to have some justice in this world.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go around like you're Superman or Batman. You want to, though.
There are some cases, like for example, with like the Epstein case, a lot of the people involved are still free and they're still powerful.
Well, aren't most of those, and I don't want to take anybody off here, and everybody's free to believe what you want. I totally believe in that. But aren't most of those in the Scientology?
Oh, don't even get me started on Scientology. I got certain opinions.
I'm just saying, I mean, not every person in there is going to be a bad person. Just like most religions, you have the good and the bad. But
no, those are two different things.
But I'm sorry, and I do not mean to offend anybody, but I do not see, and I'm going to know what you're going to say, because I was in a group, and they learned their stuff by a book, and I thought it was a free religion kind of thing, where you can believe in whatever, and I believe in God, and I believe in the Creator and Mother Earth. I mean, He created all this. So I told them, three people are walking on my yard. Hold on, let's see who the three people are.
My dog barks at my neighbor for no reason.
Inside, right now.
Okay, y'all, I'm live. I'm live, Andrew.
Live?
I'm live.
Okay.
So you guys be chill.
Love you.
Yeah, I love you too. My boy just got in from work, and he might as well be my boy too, because I used to teach basketball and coach basketball, and so I know all these kids from the time they were little up, which I think is pretty cool.
But yeah, when you're talking about the Scientologists, you sent those videos of kids break into the Scientology building in LA to see how far they get. Now they close it for the public.
Well, I'm just saying, I was watching that series with Leah Remini?
Leah Remini, yeah.
Yeah, that's her name. I was following her case and watching her, and I was like, oh my God, how is this any different than Jim Jones or Waco?
Yeah, well, the funny thing, Jim Jones was like a very charismatic guy. He convinced all these people to leave everything behind, follow him to Guyana and South America and build the settlement.
Well, he got him out of the U.S. because he would have been, he knew that he couldn't do that to U.S. citizens.
Yeah, and then of course he and his henchmen, they kill a U.S. congressman, Leo Ryan, when he flew down there, and then they got.
Let me catch them up a little bit. and I've invited you in Enchanted Midnight Sun. I don't know why nobody's coming up. The only person so far that's been able to get on is Giovanni, but I invited you.
Yeah, you got
I'm
me for
gonna.
5 more minutes.
It's
You got me
probably
for
my computer. It's my phone. I bet if I was on a computer, I'd be able to get people
yeah.
in.
I just bought myself a new iPhone like a month ago.
Oh, I wonder if that's it. I'm still on my daughter who passed away 7 years ago. I'm still on her phone, so it might not be updated to where it can take more than one person at a time.
Yeah.
I
I
don't know.
bought an iPhone 16 Pro Max recently.
Mm. I'm hanging on to my daughter's phone because it just makes me feel
Sentimental.
like she's a part of me. I know I'm going to have to replace it, and I've discussed this, but it just lets, because all of her spirit seems to be in this. I can hear all of her laughter, watch her old videos, and
There were two girls who were part of my life, and unfortunately they both passed away and they did not make it to 30.
oh, that's what I'm doing. What we're talking about right now is, if you don't remember, Jim Jones was in the 70s, and
Yeah.
he was,
Drink the Kool-Aid. That's what the phrase
yeah,
is.
he was but this is where you get don't drink the Kool-Aid from,
Yep.
because he didn't care what age you were or anything. Even the babies, they died horrible deaths. Some didn't die. Some were enforced to drink it or do it. They were feeding babies through baby bottles with it, and then that sapsucker just took a boom and ended it.
Yeah, they say back in the day Jim Jones was he was a good person and then he turned to a monster.
Well, he come from Minister Money. Money. It was all about the money. He realized he could have power and money.
Who was the one from Waco? David Koresh. He
David-
believed him. Yeah, he thought he was the second coming of Jesus.
Well, a lot of these people think they're the second coming of Jesus. Come on. They think
Yeah.
they're the next Messiah.
Yeah. And then, and of
Yeah.
course, and a lot of the people who follow him were former, 7-day Adventists. And he convinced them that the government, either this government or any other government, was going to come to them with tanks and helicopters. And in a way, his prediction was right. The government came with tanks and helicopters.
I'm not sure what happened there, because at some point,
They knew that he had guns. There were some FBI agents who were befriending him and
but
trying
he
to.
was he was starting fires inside the
Compound, yeah.
compound before they even threw in any bombs. But that was a major shit show.
Oh yeah, the whole thing relied on natural gas. It was not connected to any grids. They wanted to be self-sufficient when the apocalypse came.
Yeah. Well, that's like the Star people who think the shit was coming, and they
Oh
all
yeah, that's a fun one. Yeah, the
they all did
UFO
the
cult.
purple. What was the name of that?
The UFO cult. Yeah,
The Dawn of something.
the UFO cult. Their website's still active. It looks like from 1997 because
Yeah. They all wore purple pajamas,
yeah,
and then
They're
they
wearing-
drink the Kool-Aid, and then just to make sure they drink the Kool-Aid, and
Heaven's
they
Gate.
unalive themselves, they put
Heaven's
bags
Gate.
over their heads and duct taped it.
Heaven's Gate. They thought aliens.
Heaven's Gate. Yes, yes.
They believed that aliens were gonna come pick them up and take them on the mothership back to their home
Yeah.
planet.
I'm sure if you guys know of any occults here, please leave it in a comment. But a lot of people think, like, I was in a coven. Well, I don't know what it was. It was a community, and
That thing still exists. That thing's still around.
they were pretty cool now. Hold on now. But they were pretty cool. They just didn't believe in God. And the only run-in I had with them is they didn't believe in God and or the Bible or anything in it. And I said, hey, look now, what makes my book any different than the book you're learning from? So we had to part ways on that.
Yeah, the girl I dated, she was born and raised Roman Catholic, but she was very into the spiritual and all that. The pharmacy tech girl I dated.
I understand you have to be of the same faith or something, because
she was-
I think
yeah, she-
otherwise you're going to be butting heads.
Yeah, her family came from Portugal, so by default she was Roman Catholic because it's a 90% Roman Catholic country. But she was more into the spiritual and all that.
Well,
I believe that you should have your own religion the way you think, and you should be free to do that. But you should not be free to force it on anybody else.
I got two cousins who are evangelical, and a couple of years ago, one of them went to South Korea to teach Koreans about Jesus. And I tried to say, Koreans already know about Jesus. Half of Koreans are Christians, so you're kind of wasting your time there.
Well,
She tried and she didn't succeed. So
if
people,
if that's what I'm saying. I believe that you should follow your heart, your soul. I know this is going to sound weird. We should really have a discussion. Maybe we can. Maybe I can get more people on when I get my computer go up, because we should really talk about all this stuff. I know of a werewolf coven, and I've seen some freaky things, man. I mean,
I remember the vampire covens when the movie Twilight came out. Those were
oh my
fun.
God, there's been vampire covens since 30,000 BC.
Yeah,
I
but the
mean,
Twilight was because the Twilight came because the pop culture.
yeah, everybody was a vampire. Well, everybody can
You know,
dress like a
you know,
vampire.
now
You
that I
can,
look back, that Stephanie Meyer is a Mormon, and now that I look at it from that point of view, now I think the movie kind of makes sense now. The Volturi, the vampires, the OG vampires, they're
yeah,
supposed to represent the Catholic Church because they're set in Italy and they have like a hierarchy and kind of like the Catholic Church has the Pope and the archbishops, the priests, the deacons.
the
And I was born and
rules you
raised Roman
have to
Catholic.
go by, the punishment if you don't do what you're supposed to.
Also, why Native Americans in Twilight are werewolves is because Mormons believe Native Americans are the lost tribes of Israel. Even though every historian, paleontologist, archaeologist, whatever you call it, they say that's the dumbest thing they ever heard. And I
Um,
know if
I don't know. There's a lot out there to be said and to be seen.
but Native Americans' DNA don't match the ancient Israelites.
I'm a Native American, and I'm Cherokee and Navajo, and
Native
I
Americans
don't.
were here far longer than what
I've
just
never. I don't think. I don't know. I think most of us came from the lands, and we didn't.
also Native Americans did not know what Christianity until Europeans arrived here. And they found Christianity very bizarre and weird.
Yeah, they believed in the
Gods and stuff.
sun gods, and they believed in the god.
Yeah.
I know my grandmother told me all about buffalo god. The buffalo god was our creator. We have, as you can see, I have a full background on my full headdress, full thing. uh, it's just an idea that you have to do what's true to you. If it don't feel right, you
Also,
gotta,
also a lot when Christianity came to America, there was a lot of syncretisms where Native American religions mixed with Christianity and created something else. Like go to Mexico, like the Virgin of
oh
Guadalupe.
yeah,
The Virgin of Guadalupe for me is one of the most brilliant marketings because the Virgin of Guadalupe looks like Moxacolictn, which is the Aztec goddess of fertility. And to convert the Aztecs to Catholicism, they decided to add that element and mix it.
I believe that everything that they say this God, I think that they just keep changing the names. I just think it. But I do. I believe in God, and or the Trinity or whatever it is. I do not go to church. I don't believe in organized religion because I believe in God, my own relationship. I don't believe in the organized churches and stuff like that because I've seen more than I want to out of them.
Like the Catholic Church, they feel the void of power left by the collapse of the Western Roman Empire. The
I
Pope,
tell you, I do tell you this about the Catholic Church. They put out a beautiful funeral.
yep. Also, they kept, after the last Roman emperor abdicated, the Pope kind of took over all the duties of the empire.
Well, you do know they have the Varelic Dracar book in Rome on which is a very vampire originality on that, and it
I
just
wanna, I want to know what is in their secret files in the
That's
underground.
yeah, that they found that one was in there. They also found the shapeshifters, if they as you will.
You know that only the Pope himself, Pope Leo, has unlimited access to that library. You can request a year in advance. They'll let you borrow anything from there. You can study it. They give you a little room with Wi-Fi and all that.
You're not allowed to take anything out of there.
Yeah, you cannot take it out. You gotta return it when you're done.
You can't leave the building with it.
Yeah, just give it back when you're done. That's it. But
Yeah,
some of the books are so.
they watch you like a friggin'
Oh, yeah.
Secret Service
Yeah,
while you're reading it.
Yeah, the Pope has a Swiss guard after, and yeah, it's very interesting. Pope, they used to have the Palatine Guard, but which was the Palatine Guard replaced the old, back in the Roman Empire, replaced the, what do you call them?
The Knights Templar.
Hmm?
The Knights Templar was our first bank. They would take and
Yeah, and the Catholic Church got rid of them when they
and
became.
the Catholic Church got rid of them because they wanted the all the goods.
Yeah, because they were banking with all the
They were
tourism in the Holy
banking-
Land.
Yeah, for the Christians, they were banking to get people back and forth and saved, but they got rid of them.
Yep. Yeah, of course.
Just like they got rid of all the witches and stuff that they burned at the stake, and most of those women were God-fearing women.
Yeah, I don't fear the
Or they were
witches.
medical or herbists or midwives.
The Catholic Church back in the day, anything that threatened its power, they'll get rid of it. They even launched crusades in Eastern Europe. Not many people know about those. Everyone knows about the crusades in the Holy Land, but the Catholic Church launched crusades against Orthodox Christians and pagans in Eastern Europe. Not many people know about those.
If you stop and think, everybody, there are some people believe in nothing. And
Yeah, I know people who are atheists.
that's like Satanists get their bad rep because of all things, why would you call yourself Satanist? You
But
should
that's
know.
trolls. They're just trolling. They're just shitposting. They're not very.
Satanists just believe in themselves. They're
Yeah,
God.
They're shitposters. That's what they do. They're trolls and shitposters.
I don't know. I think that I don't know. I've met some very nice ones. We don't just get into big discussions about anything. We talk about anything but I have been nosy a couple times and had to ask a few questions. And, no, they do not. I says, why in the world why would you found yourself on something
Yeah,
with
they
such
are-
a name on it when you're nothing like that?
What-
You don't
they're-
hail
they're
Satan
trolling.
or nothing.
They're trolls. They're shitposters. They're atheists who troll and shitpost. That's what they do.
So you think that Satanists are atheists?
That are shitposting and trolling. That's what they are.
Oh no, they believe there's a God. They believe there's
Yeah.
a Satan, but they
That's
believe
what
that.
they troll.
But
but they
that's their
troll.
own goal. They believe
Yeah,
there's
they're
their own
trolling.
goal.
They're trolling us. They're trolling people, especially religious people. Like they love
I don't
trolling
know, because-
evangelical.
I don't know. Now I'm going to have to debate on that because I am not like I don't go around shedding forcing anything on anybody. But we actually talked about God and what they believed and we had a very good conversation. I mean, they're very intelligent. Some of these people are doctors and lawyers. You'd be surprised how many witches are out there.
They're doing it for the lulz. That's what Satanists do. They're doing it for the lulz, just for the laughs. They love messing with religious Christians, fundamentalist Christians. That's like to say, oh, like you want to do prayer in schools. So if you pray to God, you have to pray to Allah, you have to pray to Vishnu, you got to pray to the dark.
Wasn't that lady, what's her name? She was found, they kidnapped her. She was the most hated woman in the world. What was her name? And they kidnapped her son, and her daughter or her daughter-in-law, and they buried them. They killed them and buried them. And what was the name of that? What was the name of that woman who's the most hated woman in the world? She's the one that stopped the prayer in the school.
Oh, I have heard about it. I learned about it in school, college, a few class long ago.
Do you know who, does anybody know what we're talking about there? She was the most hated woman in the world, and it was somebody she knew.
Madeline
too.
Murray O'Hare.
Madeline O'Hare. It wasn't
Yeah,
her
she died in
son,
1995.
her son and her daughter-in-law that they took all three of them?
Yeah, she died in 1995. Yes, I
Yeah.
remember.
They killed her.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. I remember reading about
Madeline
it.
O'Hare. Thank you, Harley. Yeah, they took her to they took her off into the desert and yeah, I don't know, Pete. It doesn't matter what you are. I'm gonna be honest with you. There are bad people in all aspects. I mean, I can't tell you how many free stories they are out there with little children. I
Oh
can't
yeah.
tell you how many deacons are out there that then so we need to get off this subject quick and get back to serial killers.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, I
serial
know.
killers.
I've seen about serial killers. I watched the Ed Gein during Halloween. I saw the Jeffrey Dahmer. That was one sick mofo.
I don't
Eileen.
even
Oh,
know what Ed Gein was
oh.
thinking.
He was mentally insane and he had a controlling mother and he was isolated in a farm in Wisconsin. Oh, I've been to the motel and the bar where Eileen Wuornos used to live and the bar she was arrested in Daytona, in Port Orange.
Really?
I used to live over there.
Oh no, no. There was another one.
Oh, time to me for go. I have to go. I gotta go back to work. My break's over.
Bye, Giovanni.
Bye.
Does anybody else want to come in? Because I'm trying. I think you're gonna have to do like Giovanni did. Giovanni invited me in, so I accepted. So maybe that's what you're gonna have to do. What the hey? Okay, now let me. Oh crap! He didn't come. He didn't call out. Oh, there we go. Okay, now let's see. We're going back. Oh yeah, I'm going to be working on that secret motel killer in Florida. He's a serial killer and he's targeting all the tourists. I got to find out all about that. But guys, we will be talking about the occult and things like that because I believe you should be open and you should do your own thing and just, don't hurt nobody. Please, for the love of God, let's don't hurt nobody. And whoever that girl is, I'm going to have to study her because how dare her. We used to all barrel race. Little Harley there knows all about that barrel racing too. We used to barrel race, and I can tell you right now, if somebody was to touch our horses, Lord help them if she could get to that, they could get to her before we did. I've been inviting everybody. Y'all guys, don't be talking to me about. I couldn't believe that story either. What was her name? She was what, 17, 16? That was a horrible story. What was her name? What was her name, Kitty? I cannot. I don't have my phone because I'm on it. Hey, we could do what I always like to do. Let's see. Don't remember her name, but she was a competitor. Oh, okay. Yeah, she was a competitor and she lost. So she went into their barn and tried to unalive their horses. And she's like 16 or 17. I mean, how dare that? Do you see what I'm saying? And she's filing, and they're filing charges on her. I don't understand this Timothy Hudson thing. Who unalived his sister. That's really bothering me on the cruise. That's really bothering me. You need to stop whining because I'm not gonna do it. Come here, you little beggar. Why can't you just get up here with Mama? I have a 100-pound. Let me get over here. Let me see. There we go. Can you see me? Now let me see if I can get my chair up here. So, come on. Wait a minute. Where's the other one? Ken! Y'all gonna have to give me a minute. I gotta go check on where the dog is. I think he's out there with my son. But I'm gonna let my dog out. I shall be back. I'm gonna be back and a darling friend of mine is gonna look up some information about the horsey thing. And when she gets that all looked up, I'll be back and I'll be able to have more information on that. But meanwhile, you guys hang tight, count to 10. I'll be back. But make sure you go 1, 2. Now you start now. I was counting 2. I made it to 10 or 9.5. Okay. Now, we were talking about all kinds of things. We were talking about Jim Jones. We were talking about that David Koresh guy. We were talking about Scientology. We've been talking about everything. Dear Lord. I do think that you should do you. I just believe in the Creator. I'm sorry. I was taught that way. And then I was taught completely different than most people. I believe in a loving God, but I believe if you do something to one of his children, I believe in a vengeful God. So, it's just, it could be this way in anybody's crematorium of how they work. I mean, when it's lightning, you think it's Zeus. When it's, when it's storming, you blame it on Poseidon. But let me tell you something. They talk about all kinds of things in the Bible. And that's another thing we can get on. I can show you the mermaids and the giants and the dragons. I mean, and then again, let's see. It says they are not releasing the name because she's a minor, but she's being held with no bail. Thank you. That's coming from HC. I don't think anybody's on here from our family. Trust me. Just us. Because, we carry on. I carry all kinds of conversation here. Lord knows what, I might say. So, I mean, I ain't the normal person here. So, I'm so curious about them serial killers. Why you gotta do that? I mean, why you just gotta be an ass and do that? For the love of God. They have call girls now that make a living doing that. And they need the money. I mean, you don't have to go out here. I mean, what is the problem? I can't get over the Jiggy old guy. That guy looked like a friggin' giant. I mean, seriously? I mean, y'all know who I'm talking about, the guy in Long Island? Dear Lord, that guy is a giant. I mean, I'm short. I'm 5 foot. He could probably just pick me up by the throat and just hang me up in the air. I mean, he wouldn't even need no devices. I mean, the dude's like 6'5". He's like an Ed Kipper. Y'all remember Ed Kipper? He was the co-ed killer, right? So, just saying. Now, we have talked about all kinds of stuff tonight. I am so surprised. I don't know why you guys will not be. I mean, you're going to have to invite me because apparently I've invited everybody. Giovanni got in here because he invited me. Hello, David and Bree and X-Pipeline. X-Pipeline? Is that? I don't know. I don't know what that says. I'm Southern. I'm going to just totally obliviate that. And I don't want to embarrass you or me. So let's get back to what we were doing for Giovanni. I'm going to have to. All right. Don't stop. I don't care what he says at night. On exit 261 on I-95, Daytona at night, because those people have poverty and they are waiting for your behind to get out of that car so they can, you know what I'm saying? Don't even act like you don't. So, go to the St. Augustine, drive those extra miles, and be safe. Number 2, we were talking about the I-4 Sanford exit 104. Please, just go to Lake Mary. I'm giving you some high crime, and I checked this out with a person in Quantico, so these were all correct. As a matter of fact, he gave me one that I didn't even know nothing about. Okay, all right. Go to the Lake Mary exit 98, which it says Tampa to Orlando. That's where you're safest. Now, these, do not get off these at night. I don't know if I want to get on at day, but sometimes you might have to because, you do. Be very cautious. Look around you. Be ready. Have your pepper spray. Have your boots on. Have your your weapon of choice, whatever you got to do to stay safe. And you know what? I carry black pepper in my purse. Do you know why I carry black pepper in my purse? Because I have a baggie of it, and it's in my pocket. And mofo, when all else fails, I promise you a dose of that gives you a big advantage. Just saying. And they make these cute taser guns. I don't know, am I allowed to say that? I don't want another banana. I really don't. Hello. I've tried Bree. I tried David. I've tried you guys to get you on here. It ain't happening. I don't know. You might have to invite me, but it's not happening. I don't know if it's because I'm on the phone. I don't know what it is. Giovanni invited me in, and I was able to say accept, and then we were on here for a while. Okay. Number 3, exit 56 on I-10 Panhandle, known for their drug running. And let me tell you something. If they catch you, they don't care. Matter of fact, this is the one that was on the list for the FBI. You can check all this up and do your research as well. Because this place, I don't even know what to say. You're not safe. Just go to Fort Walton Beach. It's 22 miles on I-10. It's, no, I think it's off of US 85. Just exit off of there. Number 4, I-95 Broward County, exit 36, Sample Road. Don't stop there. Go to Boca Raton, exit 45. Now, I don't know how safe you are in Boca Raton anymore, but I'm just saying. Here we go. Madison County, exit 258 on I-10. Go to the Tallahassee 45. I think it's 40 miles to exit 203 to Apocalipse Parkway, because I'm just saying. And then everybody knows Lake City, you are doomed. Do not get off there. I used to live there too. And let me tell you something. It was a cute little town. I loved the Crystal Burger. I used to work at the little Pizza Hut. It was a great little place. You just go down and to White Springs there, or Silver Springs, and float down Itch-Tutney. It ain't that way no more. Those people, there's some bad people there. Not all, but Lake City exit 296, nope, hell nope. Off of I-10, it's the most crime in Florida. The little city is you got to look that up to believe it. Hello, Nancy and Bree. I've invited all you guys to be my guest. I don't know why it's not working. All right, go to Lake Butler. You know, it's 25 miles. It's on SRUS 441. Just get off in Lake Butler. Exit 329 on I-75 State Road 44 in Summer County. That was tagged by Homeland Security for drug trafficking. It's a drug route for trafficking by Homeland Security. Check it out. Check it out. Exit 76 Riviera Beach. That's a no-no. Go I-95 to Blue Heron exit. Nope, don't go there. Don't stop at either one of them exits. Go 6 miles to the PGA exit 83. Okay? Now, we have Opelika. I hope I said that right. Hello, Nicole and YouTube. I've invited you jokers. I've invited all y'all. I don't know how it works, but Giovanni invited me, so I was able to put him on. Maybe you have to do that. It says, YouTube, it says that you are busy right now, Fireball. But I've invited y'all. It says invitation has been sent. Hello, Fireball and Jazz. I've invited all y'all because I want to get to know everybody face to face. But my computer, I just cleaned out a whole room. Hello, Butterfly. The invite sent. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, babies. No? Okay. All right, Opelika. Nope, don't stop. It's called the interchange, the Glades interchange. Go 18 miles north to Aventura, exit 12. This is because this is a high, this is a high crime area exchange. That's tagged by Homeland Security too. Okay, that's that for your safety. Now, we done went through all these. Y'all, I told y'all last week, I tried that lottery. I'm still poor. It didn't happen. It just didn't. But I will catch you up a little bit on this hooker case. They're calling them selling hookers, okay? Now, let me tell you something. This was in Fort Pierce. They tagged it. This Brian Hooker was trying to get his boat, so he hired a crew and everything to go get it. As soon as it went around that rock where it hit Jupiter, I think it was 45 miles into Jupiter, the Coast Guard come and got it, took it to the Fort Pierce over there. And let me tell you about the Fort Pierce. It was on 900 Seaway Drive, Fort Pierce. Okay, that's where our Coast Guard is. Now, I went, because I'm crazy, and I want to get the news, I want to get the video, I wanted to help Miss Ashley Bamford out, because she is hell on wheels on this case. So, I go and I push that button, and I say, hey, my name is Diane. I'm I tried to sound real professional. Hi, I am on a news channel called Diane for True Crime. I would like to know if there's some information I can get about the soulmate. Guy says, no. I says, is it here? He says, no. I'm like, I know it's here. He's like, no. And I'm like, so can you confirm or deny? He says, I can't do either. I said, so I guess there's no way I'm going to get in there and get any pictures of that boat? He says, no. I says, well, I thought I'd try. He's like, he started laughing. He says, no, but I'll remember your channel. Oh, God. Okay. So then I had my husband with me. Now, this was on Mother's Day. So this is back in May. And he worked. So this was on the following Monday. I think Mother's Day was on Sunday. And then Monday, he we were going to go out for lunch and take the dogs and all that stuff. So I'm dragging him with me through all this. And he's like, oh, my God, what are you doing? So I went over to the Pelican Yacht Club. And I talked to Truman and to Neil, or Nate. I think it was Nate. It was Nate or Neil. And I'm like, hey, do y'all know anything about that soulmate? And the young one's like, oh, yeah, my friend took some video of it when it first came in. And I'm like, wow, can I give you my email or, my phone number, and she can text it and download it to me? And he's like, yeah. And then the other one stepped in and said no. I'm like, but they were the cutest no I've ever been told no. That was the best way I've ever been told no. They did not want to say no, but they were very professional, very business. But the older guy was wise to what I was up to. And he's like, I can't do that. This is a private yacht club. I'm like, I know. I'm not going to get in trouble for being on here. And he's like, no. I'm like, okay. I said, so can I get can I get the footage? And he's like, you can give me a card and we can exchange cards and I will see what I can do. I'm like, okay. And he's like, but I am sorry. I'm like, yeah, me too. So I thought I'd never hear from them again, but they emailed me the next day. They were very kind. Ashley had already gotten it, so I just got it from her, Ashley Banfield. But after that, we had this peekapoo through the fence, 905 Seaway Drive. So when I tell you it was real close, they were able to get some good shots, and we were all stacking off of him. He was getting watching them, get all the forensic stuff off the boat and stuff. And we were like, okay. Then they moved the boat to Fort Lauderdale. the boats in Fort Lauderdale because it needs to be up out of the water, and apparently all of Coast Guards had their things full, so they took it to Fort Lauderdale where they could, they'll either saran wrap it or whatever, so they found something on that boat. Yes, they did. And then they went to the Bahamas because the guy told a big whopping lie, and, Brian Hooker, so they followed the GPS trail. They didn't find anything yet, and so they left. But if it's in the water, it will show up. I don't care how well you have it weighted down. That gas, those gases will build up in the body, and sooner or later it's going to happen. I mean, I'm not saying all of it, but if not, then he buried her on that he put her on the, the shore somewhere. I don't know. I just don't know, but I'm telling you, allegedly, I believe this alleged. This is my opinion only. He has not been charged with anything. It's my opinion. That Joker did something he wasn't supposed to, and that's what I'm going to hang on to. So that's the update on the hooker, the sailing hookers, Brian and Lynette. And also, we talked about the Shirella case. That was, I'm not sure what, I don't know. I mean, she's 17. Did she really intend to, just because she wore her seatbelt, I'll be wearing my seatbelt. You should be you tell the person usually gets in, they strap up anyway, what the hell. And, but 100 miles an hour, surely she knew she couldn't survive that. That's my thing. Do I think that she thought that she wasn't going to make it out of there? I don't think so. I don't think no. I don't think she has that savvy. It's not like she's a stunt driver and knows exactly where to hit, what point to hit, that she would make it. So, I don't think she intentionally did it, but I think she did it out of spot, and I think that she should be charged, which she is. So, okay. But so should Annie Kepler's, that Timothy Hudson guy that unalived his sister on that cruise. He also needs to be charged. And I'm not talking about wearing no GPS, damn it, and then sent to your uncle's to live. I'm just still trying to figure that one out. But that's okay. I'm not the law. I'm not the law. Just, I don't know. I'm not the law. Okay. Now, as much as I'm loving everybody, I haven't forgot about that Honduras thing. Hello, Steve and staff. And I have invited everybody to come in, so I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's because I'm on the phone. I don't know what it is, but I have tried to invite you guys in. Giovanni got in here, so I don't know how come you guys can't get in here. So, I don't know. Is that 2-1 stores or 2WO stores or something like that? Steph and is that TV Baby and Parker. Okay, what time is it, y'all? Lord, we've been on here for 2 hours. We did good though. Good Lord, what did we cover? Okay, I know nothing about you, so this means because we couldn't do the on live thing and talk to each other, you have to leave me information about you. I shared a lot of information about y'all. My name is Diane. I had 3 children. I lost 2 because one fell in love with the wrong person, and the other one from cancer. And I showed y'all pictures of the dogs being jackasses over here. And I told y'all I've been trying to clear out all the junk out of my house. Y'all know I have Cherokee, Navajo, Irish, and Italian, and one of the island things, and I can never remember what that is. That's what I have. I'm a mutt. So, I'm whipping the butt out of cancer. I feel bad because my son didn't, because that's he passed was by cancer. And I want to shout out because today is my nephew Jacob's birthday. And he's quite a little entrepreneur. So happy birthday to him. So very proud of him. Again, remember last week when I was talking about my cousin who is young and is taking responsibility for his baby, and he's doing the working and everything. And then I have one cousin who I was very, 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 very close to, that I miss very much. I won't have to say her name because I think she knows already who she is, but I miss her very badly. And let's see. Oh, my friend's Natalie. She was the one in corrections. She's got some stories to tell. Oh, my Lord. I'd rather be on the road at any time than to go into the corrections center. Oh, Lord God. And my friend Paula, whose birthday is Tuesday, my friend Paula, will be having a birthday on Tuesday. So a happy early birthday to her. Hopefully I'll be on Lifetime Crime. I'm trying to get everything downloaded to the YT channel. So if you missed the lives or need to go back and check something, go there. I do goofy stuff over there too. I do a whole line of stuff over there. It's Diane, DYAN, for True Crime. So go over there and check it out. Please help me out because I need some subscribers over there. I think I got 52 subscribers. I'm not sure. I used to have a whole bunch, but during the last 7 years, I've been on and off of it because I've been taking care of my mother, myself, and my son. And it's been difficult, but I have a lot of hospital stuff on there. Most of the stuff we downloaded to Timmy's channel, Slade, on his TikTok. So like I said, I did not delete it so that people can go back and look at it. So leave me some information about you. I had the longest one night stand in the world. I met this guy in a military bar, and when I got back, that's how I found I was pregnant. I didn't know I was pregnant because I didn't have enough fat to, anyway. And then when I did find out, I did the rest. That's how I'm here, where I'm at now, is because I did the rest of my time. I only had a couple more months, and I didn't have anybody to leave the baby. You have to have a caretaker for the baby, and I didn't have anybody that I trusted. I didn't want to be messing with the baby, so. I finished out in Fort Pierce. So, this is it. I must bid you a farewell. And Cyan and Brandy and Alex, I have invited everybody. I have invited 50 people to co-host with me. I don't understand. Giovanni was the only one that broke through. So, if you get a moment, please follow me. Check out my other channel. If you follow me, I'll follow you. But if you're a jackass, I won't. I am married, and we have our surviving young son that's going into law. And, okay. If that's his thing, I will back him. He wanted to be a fireman. So, I don't know how that works, if you can do both of them or not, because I've been out of that for a long time. But I've enjoyed you. I have felt very honored to have you aboard. I'm very sorry we weren't able to be on here face to face like I intended, because I was so excited about that. So I got to find a way to make that happen. I'm going to invite a friend over to see if he can't help me, because apparently I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what it is. I pushed every button on here. But Again, I am. Oh, you know I got to. You'll get to know me soon. I'm going to tell you this. Lock your doors. Lock your windows. If you don't have windows, you got some old windows, get you some sticks, like we did in the old days at my grandma's house. Put them in the windows. They're not going to open them windows. Those sticks are better than any locks. Okay? And you can buy those alarms that go to your doors and windows, and you just lock them in place, and they go straight to your camera. Make sure you have cameras everywhere so that if something happens, you got some, make sure you got a big enough dog. Make sure you have yourself protected. I don't know. Make sure you have a weapon of choice. I don't know what else to say to that. Lock your car doors when you are walking. Do not park by a van. That ain't changed since the 70s. No, you do not go in the dark and park by a van. And if you look around you, ladies, Walmart the other day, this guy noticed this other guy was videotaping this woman that was there with her mother and her two girls. And he was on the phone. He wasn't buying nothing. He was stalking them. And why, I don't know. But this man was very gracious enough to keep an eye on him. So he didn't know if he was a secret shopper or whatever. But anyway, he walked over to the mother and said, "Hey, don't you know this guy's videotaping y'all? Do you know him?" And she said, "No." And he said, "Okay, I'm going to go and ask the manager." Well, he went to one manager. She went to another. This guy's still videotaping her talking on the phone. He's videotaping and talking on the phone. So he got another phone. And I'm like, whoa, that's some deep shit. Because he walked them out, but this guy was getting a cart acting like he was going by them and stuff with a buggy. He would go down the aisle, get another cart out like, no. Be very careful of your surroundings. The manager called the popo, but this guy walked them out. So, hero and hats off to him. You don't ever know what somebody's doing anymore. So be aware of your surroundings. And if you feel uncomfortable and the hair on the back of your neck goes up, don't be afraid to ask somebody to walk you out. Go up and say, "Hey, I need somebody to walk me out. There's a creep around here." And at the other Walmart, was that in Boca Raton? Where was that? There was a shootout. So be aware of your surroundings. Okay? Make sure you know. Take some self-defense classes. I thought about going on here and teaching y'all a few moves myself so that you guys would be safe. And, just a few tricks here and there, you'd be surprised at the power you have in you. Play dead. Don't get in the car. Play dead. Look under your car. And now they have that button thing that can unlock your digital, your numbers on your car. Oh yeah, you can buy them. Just like you buy a body bag. Which is what happened with that Celeste and David. I don't understand why these things are even available, but they are. I mean, they're available. They're there. So, don't be afraid to look in your car before you unlock it. Look under your car while you're walking. Look to see who's around you. And if you have to, scream, yell, I don't care. Get one of them whistles. They have them alarm things you put on your keychain. They have the pepper spray thing. They have the taser things too. Keep yourself safe. I don't care if you're male or female or in between. You make sure you keep yourself safe. And if you think you know, if you think you're seeing something, say something. I'd rather be wrong than sorry. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I mean, if you're driving a pickup truck, you better look in the back of that truck. I mean, I want one of them doors that Nancy had, Nancy Guthrie. I mean, she had friggin' werewolf-proof doors. So somebody had to have a key. Because you wasn't jamming that lock. I'm just saying. Okay, now that I've given you all that information, I'm going to wish you a very good night, and hopefully I will see you Tuesday. I might start making it Wednesday nights. That seems to be the best night for me. But so far, as I know, it'll be Tuesday night live crime time on TikTok. And then I'm going to be doing Thursday night live on YT. And then channel, I think the link is on here. It's DYAN, that's how I spell my name, Diane, for True Crime. And I'm trying to get all these downloaded up there. This will not take anything past 10 minutes. So you have to go live. But I tried. So, good night, loves. Make sure you get some cinnamon. Go outside your door, your front door. Put your blessings in for the new month. Bless this house. Good luck. Now, I'm going to tell you good night. And thank you for being here. You're a lovely crew. I got. I have no idea what just happened, y'all. What did I just do? See, I'm new at this. I told y'all. All right, gotta do the alligator because I can't find the off button. Here we go. Oh my God, it won't let me quit. Ugh. Okay. Where is it? Where's the off button? Oh my God. I'm going to do the crocodile. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm giving you a little show here. Give me a minute. I'm doing it. Hello, Danielle. You got here late? Yeah. Okay. Is that Lion? Like the name. All right. Good night, y'all.